Okay, hello and welcome to a brand new video where we're going to be spending another 100 days in Vault Hunters Plus. Of course, the first thing that we're going to do is go into the vault, and if you don't know what Vault Hunters Plus is, it's essentially Vault Hunters, which is a mod pack where you run into procedurally generated dungeons and get loot and slay mobs and do cool things. And Vault Hunters Plus is my own kind of spin on it, where I turned it into a stupid thing with a bunch of add-on mods that I really enjoy playing with. And if you want to play this yourself, or you enjoy watching the videos and want to support me, the best way to do that is to become a YouTube member, or like and subscribe. But YouTube membership, it's $1 a month, and then essentially you give me your soul, and I just get to, have fun with it. Just kidding. I essentially get to just have you guys see the videos as soon as they get uploaded, and it helps me out a lot. So thank you to all the YouTube members. I really, really do appreciate it. Honestly, this is a very interesting vault, because what we're going to be doing... Also, I accidentally flew for a second there. That was my bad. We're not supposed to fly inside the vault. I don't, have wings on right now, so we're not really supposed to do that. But it just kind of happens sometimes when I forget and just double-click spacebar while trying to jump, because I failed to jump, which is smart of me. But it's all good, because, we're just chilling. Essentially, we're running a vault, and Vault Hunters Plus is all about just doing stupid things. We're going to be spending another 100 days. I don't know how long this video is going to be. It may end up being like no time at all. It may end up being like a 2-hour-long video, maybe 3-hour-long video, but probably around about an hour to 2. So, of course, stay tuned, and this should be quite interesting. But we're just going to run this vault, and the way that this vault type works is, as we slay mobs and also loot chests, we will be getting runes. These runes, when we put them into the pedestal in that first room that we walked by, once we have enough of them, we put them on that pedestal, and then essentially just bad things happen, because a boss monster will spawn, and the boss monster will have a bunch of abilities based on the things we end up giving him. So essentially, if we give the boss dude a bunch of steroids, he will absolutely annihilate us. By the way, if you want to know the current build that I'm using and why all the mobs are dying, make sure to check out the first 100 days video, because that one is it's up already. I know it's up because I'm recording this after I've already posted it. So yeah, make sure to check that out if you want to. Of course, if you don't, then don't check it out. Why would you watch it if you're not gonna... What? If you wouldn't enjoy it, don't watch it. What? I don't even know at this point, but hopefully we can find some other cool stuff in the vault, and then we will fight and take on the boss. Just kind of see exactly how this vault goes. The first... I mean, it's technically the second vault of our second 100 days, so pretty sick. So we're just gonna get a ton of loot. Who knows? This is a pretty big room, but what kind of mobs are in here? A bunch of default mobs. Ow! That guy hit me back. That was a little painful. There's people downstairs that are just self-destructing. I don't know why, but we're gonna ignore them for now, and we're just gonna, keep looting all these chests up here, because it's free chests. You love to see it. Well, I found the area where all those guys were coming from. It seems like there's actually quite a bit of loot down here, so don't mind if I do. I will definitely be stealing some of these gilded chest looties, and I should probably run some more vaults that are not modified after this, because this vault had like 2 of every modifier on it, and that may have been a mistake, because I still need catalyst fragments for other things. Because catalyst fragments, if you, of course, are still watching this and haven't seen the other videos, catalyst fragments are essentially a way to modify the gems that allow you to go into this alternate dimension known as the vault. And essentially, catalysts let you dictate kind of whether you want some extra stuff and what kind of stuff that extra stuff's gonna be. Overall, it's pretty cool. Also, stuff that we're grabbing from these guys is called vault gear. And vault gear comes in a bunch of different rarities. As of right now, our entire set of vault gear is the highest rarity, which is Omega. All of our stuff's stuck at like level 50. So if we can get it up to like level 53 to 60. Also, that guy just gave us an Omega set of vault leggings. So that's pretty big. I'm not gonna lie. But by the way, another sidetrack tangent thing. But the reason why all the mobs are dying is because we have a ability that poisons the mobs around us. And then I have a skill slash like passive ability from vault, like default vault hunters. So the me poisoning everything is an add-on that I added. The thing that is ending up actually killing all the mobs is from base vault hunters, and it is called Poison Nova, and a specific fork of that known as Chain Reaction. And Chain Reaction's super strong, as you can see, because essentially when a mob is poisoned, and we kill a mob that's poisoned, spawns its own Poison Nova right where I slayed it. So we just get free crazy damage from poison all the time, and it's kind of amazing. But anywho, we're gonna keep looting because there's a bunch of loot and scoop that we gotta keep doing. So, you know, I think we'll just get ready to fight the boss after I finish looting it a little bit more. I mean, there's not much else to do in these kinds of vaults. So, I'll see you guys in a second. And by a second, I mean I'm getting side tangented again because there's also doors in the vaults to let you go into specific rooms. This one is a vendor, which lets us go into a vendor room, which means we can spend our vault gold or our coins on stuff. So like we're gonna buy a empowered chaotic focus, and we've got 901 more gold, so we're gonna spend 32 on a free Omega on it. I mean free, quote unquote, but an unidentified Omega rarity magnet. And now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna run around and actually complete the vault, because we just get a bunch more of the boss things, and then we're gonna fight the boss, and it's gonna go crazy. And that's just, yep, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Make sure to leave your guesses in the comments below how difficult the boss will be, or if you guys think we'll die to the boss, because if we die to the boss, that would suck. But just let me know, I'm curious. Well, looks like we're all the way back to the starting boss room. So what I think we're gonna do, we need 3 minimum runes. So we're gonna start off with 1 piece of Omega gear, another piece of Omega gear, and then we'll do the 2 mega booster packs, because there's booster packs, by the way, to make a deck of cards, and that can get pretty cool. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna chuck those extra runes in there. And then, do we want to go even more over the top? Nah, I think for now that's pretty good. We got a bunch of stuff, I don't really want to lose it. So, now we're about to fight the boss. And now this might be a little dangerous, but thankfully we should be able to just be stupid and strafe around him, because he's kind of slow and stupid. And so we can just do this, and he can't hit us because we're just built different. And so that's exactly what we're going to do. And you know what? We got 2 enchanted golden apples for it. We completed the vault. The vault doors will open up. And we also got an extra level that we're going to put more into damage, because our attack power must become the most Omega amazingness, coolness. Because I'm just that cool, you know? Did we get a level though? 115k XP. We should get level 59. Okay. Not bad. We get a bunch of stuff for that. I'm going to deposit, of course. The enchanted golden apples will go into our tool leveling table, which lets us take our enchantments to the next level above their base normal values. Then, of course, wait, it's not there. There it is. We can then go and we can upgrade our skills. What I think I'm going to do is, because our health regen is so high, we can't actually use Treasure Seeker or Bountiful Harvest. So I'm just going to take them completely off, because our health never gets that low. And we're going to put a little bit more into a couple different things. Like Witchery is going to get maxed out. Sorcery is going to get maxed out. Intelligence is going to get maxed out. We're getting big brain with it. And then what I'm thinking I'm going to do as well is we go Frenzy. We already have max attack speed. Not consume extra damage based on your twerker, hunter senses, revealing all POIs, prime amplification, area of effect while being above 8% health. Now that is big. We'll take 3 levels off sorcery to put it into prime amplification so that we get 25% area of effect, because that'll go kind of insane. And then I am saving all of the Omega and Epic rarity rolls for when we hit day 150. And then we'll be doing all of these insane Omega and Epic rolls that I'm keeping in here. But until then, we're going to roll all of this vault gear as soon as we get it for everything other than that. And most of it's going to get scrapped because I'm only keeping Omega and higher rarities. So there's also a thing called legendary modifiers, which look a little different. And I think we saw one, but we're going to kind of move past it because we don't really want to spend too long on this stuff. But of course, most of this stuff is just going to be scrappy anyway. And then we're also saving our booster packs when we're going to go through everything. But I do think we're going to sort out our inventory and we're going to prep another vault crystal. Just because, I mean, it's vault hunters. We're really just going to keep rolling crystals and doing whatever. I do think I'm going to roll these trinkets, though, just so that we see what we need or what we get. Because that is actually one of the things we wanted, which is Kenos' necklace for extra item quantity. The issue being is we already have item rarity, so I'm contemplating, do we add an extra slot for a blue trinket and an extra slot for a red trinket? And I'm thinking we do. So I got 2 pockets, and I can put 2 trinkets in each pocket. So I got a red pocket and a blue pocket. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, I'll see you guys in a second. Well, I've decided to upgrade both of my loot belts to small backpacks, and then we upgrade them to big backpacks because I'm running out of space, and honestly, I kind of just need big backpacks now. So we're going to make a bunch of these beautiful handy-dandy pogs. I think I made too many. It's all good because we've got plenty of echo as well. And by plenty, I mean that's actually the least value, or the gem that I have the least amount of, which is fine because it's all good. But we are now having a healthy amount of backpackery, as well as we now have 2 slots for red trinkets, 2 slots for blue trinkets, and we also from that vault got a total of 16 knowledge stars worth of knowledge essence, which is great. Knowledge essence is what we use to unlock different knowledges, and what I'm thinking that we do is next I was saving up for, I do believe, something in here. Flex Networks was the next thing I wanted to get. And then the thing after that was going to be, I think, mob spawners. So ice spawners are big. It's configured mob spawners. Kind of like if you've ever played... Ooh, or we just... You know what? Let's just unlock mechanism. You know what? Screw it. Maybe we get blinged out real quick, too. And by blinged out, I mean absolutely fairied up. Like, we are looking like an absolute princess out here now with my wand and my sword. Like, look at me. Don't I look like a queen? I'm just so dope. But anyway, we still need to repair our wand because our wand's about to break. And our wand is currently the best wand that you can get at this stage, essentially. So we should definitely repair it because it's a 60 durability. And then maybe we can get some other stuff as well. Of course, repairing it is simply as easy as taking a repair core and popping it on there, which is great. What I may do, I think I have some extra foci for this. In fact, it did. So the one thing that is kind of lacking for this is the implicit. So getting up to like 20, 29 or above, actually we're running out of potential. So let's get our potential re-rolled completely. And then we can go up to, you know what, max is perfect. And then what we can do is upgrade it to our current level at level 59, which will go kind of crazy. So we've got that leveled up to 59. It actually didn't change anything. So I think we just wasted one of our adaptive foci. Since it has no repairs left, what I think I'm going to do is we're going to corrupt it, and we're just going to see what happens. +1 to a level of retribution. Something going to happen to me? Oh, okay, retribution is a shield bash thing. Bash mobs with your shield dealing thorns damage. So it does nothing for us right now. but you know, it's okay. Okay, well, it's already day 113. I got a little sidetracked. I started optimizing my deck because it's, you know, I play Magic the Gathering. Okay, there's some optimizations that I needed to make. Like, I used the Evo cards that I had, the Evolving Evolution cards, essentially to maximize my diagonals in some interesting ways. I also maximized the surrounding stat cards for this one, and this one for these yellow item rarity cards, which was big. This one for the diagonals, which is huge as well. And overall, I would like a better deck, but the only decks that we can find that are better are actually in treasure rooms, which we're going to hopefully find. But other than that, I did want to, before running this bingo vault, I do think getting XP is more valuable than getting a ton of rare items. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna change our item quantity necklace for a golden burger, which will double our vault XP, which will be absolutely massive. I'm gonna save the Tenos' necklace because it's a very important trinket. We're gonna save it in here. And I'm also contemplating making a extra one of each just so that I think I probably will do. Well, now that that's been taken care of, we now have our extra set of trinkets in here. These are all been crafted by me, so they have less uses, but overall they'll be pretty darn useful. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our beautiful panda pet. They're gonna go onto our head, and mobs in this vault are out of their way. It's a temporal modifier, so it's only like temporary, but overall it also adds wooden, which is big, just as a passive benefit. I did, in between episodes though, we did make a spirit extractor, so just in case we do die, we can get our stuff back. It'll only cost me 273 gold, so only about half of our current gold, or a third of our current gold, so it's not too bad. Although, before we go in, I did get bounties as well, and we also can check our shops at the black market. So what about our first reroll? I'll take a Vault Platinum, and second reroll, I'll take a burger, and you know what? This is a fairly good augment, and we can also get capstones or whatever. We'll leave the capstone in there for now. Augments are gonna go over. Augments go somewhere. I know I had a place for them to go, but I don't remember exactly where. Essentially, augments are something that you put on a crystal to give it a particular theme that you want to make it look real cool, and honestly, it's quite helpful in certain situations for getting certain mobs and other stuff too. But the main reason why we want this one particular is because we're preparing a mine room vault, and this one we need the perk of more echo gems. That's actually incredibly huge for any vault, but especially if we're making a mine room, because we want a ton of echo, because we actually need a ton of echo if we want to be making any of the rarer types of inscriptions. So yeah. We also, in between a little time, I made a vial, I made an animal pen, I made an alchemy table, I made a soul diffuser, spirit extractor, the trinket forge. It's most of those things. Still need to select that we know how to make vault rocks, which is cool. Wardens and plunderers vault rocks are both things we can make. I think I should just make them right now. Okay, we'll just make one of you, and then we'll casually make one of you, both of which are not too difficult. One of them come with afterlife, preventing your items from getting lost when you die. The other one makes the vault not give any experience, but it increases the loot and ore generation. The issue with that is that you can't modify the crystal after you craft it with those, so we're likely never going to actually use those, unfortunately. What I do think that we want to do, though, is claim you guys, because we get some handy-dandy little vault diamonds for that. Vault diamonds, of course, quite nice. And I guess we'll just run into this bingo vault. Let's see what our bingo will entail. Okay, honestly not a bad bingo. Rapidly loot gilded chests, multi-kills, kill assassins, rapidly kill assassins, rapidly loot coins, rapidly kill dwellers, loot coins, open vendors, flawlessly loot wooden chests, flawlessly kill tanks, silently loot living chests. Honestly, the only thing that might be difficult is rapidly kill guardians, because we might not find a place where guardians will spawn. Honestly, this should be an easy vault. Well, that's one of them done. That was incredibly simple and easy. And we can even get some beautiful catalyst fragments from mining these chests. And we can get the flawlessly loot wooden achieved. Then there's even a treasure room over here, so we can get our very first treasure room, which is going to take one of our treasure keys, which is great. It just cost me an arm and a leg. For that, we have the option of one of these different vault equipments. We're going to take the shield because we're never going to use any of them. And now we will mine the treasure sand, and hopefully, if we get real lucky, there's a chance that we can get something very special from the treasure sand that we really, really want, and that is called a treasure deck. And it's a deck that is incredibly helpful to us. And that's what we want to get. But I don't know if we're going to be able to get it. So I'm just going to keep looking. That's actually another treasure room, so we'll grab that real soon. And I don't know how that didn't give me the multi-kill, but we're going to try and not take any damage and just fight off these tanks. Fight off the dwellers. Let's just not take any damage if we can help it, because that is going to massively help us when it comes to getting all of this completed. Perfect. Flawlessly kill tanks, kill champion. Yeah, we got a bunch of assassin kills as well. It's just huge when you get a ton of these things real simple like that. We also need to get something from mining a pylon. Hopefully we get it. Don't think we did. You know, it's all good. Maybe we can get it from mining it again, because that's not how that works. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. It said no. I'm going to respect its wishes, and we're instead going to come over here, and what is the other? Is there another flawlessly do one? No, we finished the flawlessly ones. We just need to loot, like, living chests silently, but that's not too big of a deal. We should probably just grab these wooden chests, and we will loot up. Okay, and that's gonna be a scally. I guess I can just click with my treasure key ring. That works too. You know, I thought I had to pull out the key, but I guess not. So maybe I'll just keep the key ring there. We could potentially get a pretty good wand from that guy, but again, what we're really after is that little handy-dandy thing known as the treasure deck, and we didn't get it. That is a bummer. I mean, we got, what, 7 more chances, so it shouldn't be too bad, right? It should be fine. Plus, we've got plenty of opportunities to get a bunch of other stuff as well throughout this vault. This is gonna be I mean, 20 more minutes of vault, running around, you know, having a good time. Thankfully, this vault is incredibly good for us, because we're just gonna keep getting an insane amount of catalyst fragments and everything else from here, and so that's exactly what I'm just gonna keep doing. No reason not to. I think actually with this POI right down here, we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is there an 8th somewhere? We can get 7 out of the 8 for looting living chests, which is, you know, not bad. Well, I think that's another treasure door that we can actually open, so let's open this guy up, and let's see what's inside. We got a axe, a boots, or a common wand. We'll take the boots. Please give me, I'm looking on the left side, or the right side, for that indicator that we get a treasure, and we did not, unfortunately. It would be beautiful if we did, but however, it seems as though we have not gotten the treasure deck that we so seek. But we shall keep looking, yes. Okay, well, we just finished that vault. That vault was absolutely insane. What I ended up doing is I went into one additional treasure room. I kind of was just running around, seeing what I could find, trying to get the tasks accomplished. And ultimately, they weren't super bad. I couldn't find a special room for guardians, and I couldn't get enough dwellers to spawn for me to get dwellers, but we ended up getting 200,000 XP. Because, of course, it's completely doubled, so that's pretty big. And ultimately, that's going to put us up to level 61, which is quite nice. And our relic pet dude ended up leveling up. So what we can do is we could add a relic to them. What I'm thinking is, since we're preparing for a super crazy plentiful mine room vault, we're going to prep with a plentiful relic on there. And we're just going to see how that goes. That's going to be cool. And hopefully it'll level up again. We're going to let him rest a little bit, 32 minutes left on the rest. Overall, not terrible. We're also going to level up Prime Amplification once and Sorcery once as well. And we have an expertise point, which of course we're going to put into Marketer, I think. I think Marketer's still the way to go. Or not consume crafting potential. Divine, chance to not consume a trinket. I still think Marketer's definitely the way to go. And what we're going to do is the special things are still going to go into here. But everything else we're going to roll real quick, which will be a little crazy because there's a lot of stuff for us to roll, even when it's not the epic and omega stuff. So let's start off with this set. Looks like we got 1 omega, which we're not going to look at or try and change any of these yet. We're saving them, of course, for day 150, when we'll be going through all of them until we get the very, very best that we possibly can. Getting any more omegas? Fortunately not. Additionally, if we get any epic pluses or epics that have a modifier called living, which means that when we finish a vault, it will level up with us, that is also something that I will take in addition to the super great, super special stuff. So let's roll you guys. And it doesn't look like we got anything special, unfortunately, so now we're just gonna have to wait for everything to scrap up. Well, I'm gonna run one more bingo vault for some more catalysts, and then we should be ready to run that beautiful, beautiful, handy-dandy vault for ores. It should be a little interesting. I don't fully know exactly what I'm gonna do, or what exactly we're doing here, but we're just gonna kind of chill. Can I just infinitely hit that? Or does it only... Okay. Why is he invulnerable? Is it because I need to kill his children? It was! Okay. Well, that was not too difficult. Yeah, dude, you just can't touch this. I don't know what to tell you. He couldn't touch this. Anyway, I'm essentially just going to run this vault. We're going to get as many catalyst fragments as we possibly can, and then we will be preparing. I might run one additional vault after this. Probably not going to show most of it. Probably just going to show the loot after the couple vaults combined, and we'll just figure it out from there. But we'll definitely be running that beautiful vault next, so make sure to stay tuned for that. That will be quite cool. So, is there any rapidly mine ores? Flawlessly mine ores. So, we should just go nice and slow, nice and flawless. We mine all the ores, and we get everything. Well, that vault was a little bit of a travesty, because we were not able to nearly get close to completing it, which is really unfortunate. I couldn't find tanks, I couldn't find an omega room, I couldn't find pylons, I couldn't find enough ornate chests to loot silently without having mobs coming after me. Still 200k XP though, which is pretty nuts. But, you know, honestly, we can do better. I know we can. And I think we might have enough, but I'm gonna check, and I might run one more just to be safe. Okay, well, it is already day 128, because that took me a lot longer than I thought getting this prepped, but essentially we have a grand total of 15 plentiful modifiers to put on this crystal. All these guys are going to get plopped onto here. 15 plentiful. Then we are going to, of course, put on the augment to make it the correct crystal, the void factory. Then put on the mine room. And now what I'm contemplating is whether or not I should add extended to it, because I don't actually know the extent of what Curse does, but I should probably give it a check first. Okay, so I just checked it out, and according to my research, for each level of Curse, you end up with 2.5 minutes less time. So we're not going to use any of those guys, because we don't need any time less. And we're going to run a vault, ton of ores, and just see how it goes. You guys can probably hear how dehydrated my throat is and how scratchy it is. So I'm going to prepare I'm going to repair our pickaxe, and then we're going to get ready to go in with an anvil and with some repair cores so that we can get as much as we can from this. But ultimately, I need some water first, so I'll be right back. Well, I kind of gave up and said screw it, so I made my pickaxe unbreakable so that I wouldn't have to worry about it, and we're just gonna run and get as many ores as we can from the beautiful, handy dandy, uh-oh, that's not good. We just lost a minute of vault time to that because I accidentally touched the void liquid, which is great, because that's so helpful. But essentially, we have 24 minutes to mine as many vault ores as we possibly can, and then get out of the vault. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and get as many as we can. Of course, there should be more void ores here as well, and there's quite a few of the player gems that we're also trying to target, so we're just gonna go, we're gonna see how many we can get, and at the end of the vault, we will see just the exact number of how many we ended up getting, and I think it's gonna be kind of insane because this is already kind of stupidly insane, but we're just gonna see exactly how many vault ores we can get in as short a time as possible, because this is kind of nuts. Okay, well, I really want to stay, but we only have 2 minutes left, so I'd rather get out of here nice and quick without touching any of the black liquid, because that black liquid will reduce the time, and then we might end up just absolutely getting deleted, but we should be good. 560,000 XP. 2,318 ores. Honestly, with that, you guys have to subscribe or become a YouTube member. It just needs to happen. 1,254 benitite, 458 painite, 204 alexandrite, 101 black opal, 42 pizzanite, 39 tubium, 36 escalium, 36 upaline, 30 ashium, 30 sparkletine, 28 balmagnite, 27 xenium, 26 gorgonite, and a total of 7 echo, which gets us all the way up to level 66. We got another level up, which means we get an extra particle trail, and we also get to look at how many gems we got. It looks like we got an insane amount of gems, so I'm gonna get these guys into our system, and I think we're gonna make some pogs. Okay, well, what I think we're gonna do now that we've got all that stuff sorted is we're gonna make 1 stack of normal pogs, then we're going to make some omega pogs. So we need 9 of each of the clusters, so we get 9 of the ashium clusters, 9 of the pizzanite clusters, 9 xenium clusters. We need 9 of every single cluster. Then we can combine them into an omega pog, which is going to be absurd. Okay, well, I decided that we're going to be a little bit more insane, and we're going to make 2 of each, so that we can make 2 omega pogs, and that way we can be double the omega pogness. I don't even know what we're going to use the omega pogs for. I don't know if there's anything we can use them for yet, but it'd be cool to have them. And so that's exactly what we're gonna do. Use as a crafting ingredient for endgame creations. Cool, because now we have 2 of them. What do I use it for? I use it for the digital miner, pattern coding template, a pattern grid, or a neuralizer. Or I can use it to re-roll artifacts. I think we'll save it for re-rolling artifacts. Do I have any extra artifacts in here? Make a pog block? That's kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe we make a castle out of pog in the future, or like, I don't know, day 500 or something. But I do think right now, I'm probably just gonna run another vault or 2, and then we'll just, then it'll be day 150, and then we'll just roll all the crazy vault gear and set up our insane new vault gear setup, because it'll be stupid. Well, let's get into it, and then let's see what happens next. Let's see what kind of rune boss we'll get, and then we'll fight them. Because exactly, perfection. It's a spider. Ugh. I gotta make sure to kill it for my girlfriend. Yo, it's so low, so low. Come on, there we go, we got it. And that's vault complete. That was a lot of stuff on that guy as well. So we should get a ton of booster packs for that, which is great. And then on top of that, let's see how much XP we got. I'm still using both burgers, by the way. So we're just getting like 4 times the XP, which is huge. But it does mean that we're also skipping out on a couple things, but not anything insane. So just some loot that we're missing out on, but you know, it's nothing crazy. It's just mostly the stuff that we wouldn't really miss anyway. I'm gonna deposit that stuff, and then we'll roll all these pieces of vault gear that we're not really gonna use because they're not good enough for me to save them, which is super lame, but we're only saving epic and above for day 150, and then we'll roll it. We're already at day 139, so what I'll probably do is I'll probably run one more vault, and then we'll just wait around until day 150, and we'll see how it goes, because as of right now, we got a lot. Ooh, we got paladin leggings, cool. We'll add that to pile, and now we can just kind of chill and wait around, I guess. I think I'm gonna put more into stone skin, because I mean there's not much else to really level up at this point. And we can get our pyretic foci in here. We can get our inscriptions, because we got 2 omega inscriptions, which is amazing. We also got a bunch of other stuff too. Catalyst fragments, we got a bunch of key pieces as well, which is great, and of course inscriptions as well, which is even better. Let's get to day 150. Now it's day 150. Holy, that was honestly very short. But now it's time to roll all of the stuff that we have. I think we're gonna start off with the vault trinkets, which I'm gonna roll all at once. Looks like we discovered healing salve, Valara's petal, Giant's heart. It looks like everything else is pretty normal, so all this stuff is going to get scrapped because we don't need any of it. Now I think we'll go through the mod boxes. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to save the cards for last, because the cards can end up being pretty strong, and we also still need a new deck to be able to actually utilize them properly, so it's still a whole thing. Overall, we're not doing too bad. We got a bunch of discs from that, which is huge. We also got Emerald Furnace. We got some energy upgrades, advanced energy cubes, speed upgrades, just some base stuff that's going to help us out a lot once I chuck it into the system. But we also have more stuff to do since it's day 150, and that is going to be cycling through our trades. So nothing crazy. We can get 2 more booster packs, which is great. Another booster pack. We're mostly just gonna go for booster packs and then random unknown items because we can. So essentially everything that I can, I'm just gonna buy a random item for. So it won't let me shift click them, which is a little weird. We're just gonna keep grabbing items until we're out of soul shards. That's what they're called. Well, I mean, it looks like we got some stuff that's gonna get added to our new card collection. We're starting to amass more stuff that we're gonna roll. Unfortunately, none of it is going to be worth keeping. Some burgers to eat, and maybe we can get to level 69. Nice, you love to see it. And max out stone skin, perfection. Then what we can do, knowledge star, 2 more mod boxes. We got another storage disc, which is, and we got some other stuff too, but honestly not anything too crazy. What I am thinking that we're gonna do now though is we're gonna roll the epics, starting with the stuff that I'm probably not gonna use. So mostly just the focuses, the axes, and the shields. And did we get anything special? We got 1 with a living modifier, but again, I'm not going to use it because it's not a wand. And we're going for kind of a magey build. So now let's start by rolling the wands. Did we get anything crazy? Nope, unfortunate. Still going to get scrapped. What about the idols? Anything crazy? I am keeping epic and above idols, though I don't think we're gonna keep epic and above idols anymore. We don't really need them. Now let's do magnets. We've got a lot of magnets, so maybe we get something good. Maybe nope. Never mind. Apparently we just get nothing good. Cause of course, why would you get anything good? Also, I have a random common that we're gonna throw in there. Anything good? Nope. Of course not. And what about you guys now with the pantaloons? Can't be going into a vault without pants on, so none of those pants apparently, because none of them want to be giving me anything anything omega or anything living. Because we want living epic tier. And unfortunately, we keep not getting it. But maybe the swords will redeem us. Come on, give me something crazy. And it looks like, unfortunately, we did not get that. Which is a bummer. Because that would have been great. Now, I'll roll the Omega stuff that we're probably not going to use. So, let's just roll this all at once. And shield, meh. None of them are great. And now what we'll do is we will actually just consolidate. And we will roll the wand. Probably get a new transmog. Probably get a cool one. Like the star wand or the druid wand, whatever, would be super dope. Fortunately, not gonna get either. We just get this one, which is kind of sucky, especially since it got the wrong settings, like setup of stuff. So it's gonna get scrapped too, because our current one's better. What about the swords though? Can we get a really good Omega sword? Our current one, level 50, not bad. Not bad, but there's a lot better that could happen. So, like that, when you get 64, although getting 49% of attack damage delta sweeping hit is a little bit crazy. 41, still pretty big, plus we get all the other things, so I do think that one might be a keeper, but we do have this one, and we did get something very special called the Pyretic, which means that we can make it Omega, and it's already living. We could also do that with the chest plate. So I think we're going to save those. And I think we're going to have to decide which one we want to do. But we're going to save this sword just in case. Just in case we want to upgrade the chest plate, you know. These other two, they're going to get scrapped. And now let's roll the magnets. I'm still going to roll them one by one. I want to see what kind of cool magnet we'll end up getting. Because, I mean, there's just so many different options. It's so cool. This mod pack has so many different things. Unfortunately, though, it looks like, I mean, they're not super great, really. Like, level 61, level 61, level 61, not great. Like, I'll just be completely honest, I mean, that's okay. It's not amazing, though. There's just better things that we could get. Like, maybe, ideally, we use something like the base of this one, or this one. But I think out of all of them, this one's the best. Because we got the max reach roll, and then the 3 suffixes. Because we need 3 suffixes if we want to try and surpass our current one. Even though our current one is kind of absurd and almost impossible to surpass. But we're gonna save that for now, and we're gonna have to roll these leggings, and then compare them to the other leggings that we have in here. Because that means that we've got a total of 5 sets of leggings to compare. So level 54, 54, 66, 55. So likely this is definitely going to be the winner. And by likely I mean 100% that one's the winner, because it would be absurd if it wasn't, and everything else we'll just scrap because we don't really need it. Now we do need a helmet. We need a better helmet. Our helmet's level 52. Honestly, our whole armor needs to be replaced, but if we get really unlucky, it's going to be really sucky. So, level 57 versus 59, 14, 16, 14, 16. None of these are going to be super great compared to our current one. So we may have to go with this one and just upgrade it, because these chest plates kind of suck. What about the helmet, though? It's level 57. See, we just need newer gear, which maybe I just make some level 69 gear, because, I mean, it's nice. Come on now. Why would we not? It's level 69. Boots, 54 and 55. Okay. Honestly, both of them, since they're lower level, not really useful. I do think, though, that I'm starting to really like the idea of upgrading the chest plate, or potentially getting a good chest plate from crafting it myself. So let's do this until we get an Omega. Actually, we should probably max it out first. There we go. And now it's time to start getting, we need, what do we not have? We don't have a new set of boots, and we don't really have a good chest plate. We also don't have any helmet, so very nice little sleep. Now it's time to actually craft them. So we're, of course, Grandmaster Proficiency. So the rarity pool is Rare Plus. We have 300 chance, which is 100 pieces of Vault Gear, pretty much. I'm just gonna roll until we get an Omega. If we don't, I might be sad, but we've got a bunch more Vault Alloy we can make, so, I mean, let's just hope we get a good Omega. Or at least a good Epic. Well, we got a Omega. It's not bad. We can re-roll stuff to get the item rarity, item quantity that we need, plus the resistance, so, honestly, I'll definitely take it. That's kind of a huge roll. Now we just gotta wait for other stuff to scrap down. We'll get a little more stuff, but we still need boots, so I'll just roll until we get an Omega boots. Holy, that took way too long, and I almost ran out of Vault Alloy. Thankfully, I was able to make, like, 300 more, and I almost ran out of all of that. But thankfully, and now what we'll be able to do is, first off, improve rarity, and then what we'll be able to do is re-roll this guy until it gets exactly what we want, and then we can upgrade the stuff to the up the wazoo. We're also going to upgrade all of our pieces of gear that we have right here, and hopefully we can get another of those pyretic foci in the future so that we can upgrade the sword as well. Holy moly, that took way too long. It's already day 164. Holy. Well, we've got our new set of gear. We got pretty much max rolls on everything thanks to the empowered chaotic foci, which just increase our stuff. Everything's been enchanted up, and now all we have left to go through are, of course, the booster packs, which we're going to be optimizing our deck as much as we can and saving only the cards that we really want, which are, for the most part, going to be the blue wild or the blue red, green, blue, it says blue wild card, but neither of them have blue in them. What? You know what? Okay. Anyway, essentially, we're just gonna go for whatever we really can. Blue, yellow, green, red, yellow, green. I don't think we have a ton of things that include red other than that one. But we also ultimately don't want a ton of wild cards. We want a ton of cards that will actually be used. So it's gotta go right here. That one will go right there. Just separating everything properly so that we keep everything where it needs to be, and so everything's not super confusing. But we still have even more packs to go through. We have so many packs, like not even including the megas. So we've got, what, 9 mega booster packs to go through, but resource packs are like whatever. These are arcane booster pack, okay. None of this stuff's super good. Stat booster pack. Come on, give me something good. Of course not. Of course not. And of course not. And what about you? Wrong thing. There we go. Perfect. Nothing great. And what about the Evos? Nothing great. Okay, item rarity card. Not the best, though, because it involves having adjacent cards, which are tough to do. At least we can use most of these other ones for upgraded materials for our other cards. So that's always super helpful. And we got cards that can become the fodder for our new cards, which is great. Most of this stuff is pretty useless unless we get something insanely good, which I am checking for, but none of them were there. So unfortunately, we're just going to scrap all those guys. Now, move on to the mega packs. Mega mixed. Item rarity, okay. Mega mixed. Cooldown reduction, kind of bad. It's all good though. Now for the mega stat boosters. And nothing. Okay, what about you? Nothing. And what about you? We got a foil. You know what? I'll take a foil yellow. Not terrible. I mean, the foil cards are cool looking. I'll definitely say that. I don't know if there's like a bonus for using a certain amount of foil cards. There probably are specific things that need it, but they're between 2 and 5 stat cards. There's going to be way more than that all the time. At most 1 diagonal card? Okay, maybe that works in a certain build. I don't know. I don't think we're going to do anything with it, so we're just going to get rid of it because I don't want to have to worry about it. Mega Evolution Booster Pack. And absolutely nothing. What about you? Absolutely nothing. And what about you? Absolutely nothing. Okay, well, you know what? At least it's a bunch of fodder for our other cards. Because as of right now, we have 23, which is enough to upgrade 1 or 2 level 1 cards, which is not bad. Although I kind of do think upgrading the evolved cards is better, or the evolution cards, but I do think getting just the base upgrades, because it doubles from that, so I think it's just crazy value if we do that, you know? Do you think that having a bigger deck might help a lot more? So we should try and get into more of the dungeon, or the treasure rooms. Maybe we do that, but I do know that I need to prep a new crystal, and we gotta get some other stuff taken care of, and then we'll be able to run another vault with our new gear, with our new stuff, and it might be kind of insane, because what I'm gonna do is we're gonna plop on our Tenos necklace and our picture of a lucky goose. We're gonna take off the burgers, because we don't need a ton of XP right now at least, and we're just gonna go to town with getting a ton of stuff, and you know what? It's gonna be hilarious. So they stack, because the golden burger's stacked. So that means I can stack the pictures of the lucky. Wait a second. Okay, so we're about to do a vault run, and this one is going to be an interesting vault because this is a custom crystal that I made with 2 blacksmith rooms and 10x ornate. And the reason for that is I just want to see how many ornates we can get in 2 blacksmith rooms with essentially more than double the normal amount of ornate chests, because I think that's absurd. And so that's exactly what we're going to do, and we're going to see how much vault gear we can get from this and what we're going to roll. So let's just get it. Okay, well, we got the last floor down here for this first room. This has already taken quite a bit of time, to be perfectly honest, and I want to show you guys something. So this was our starting backpack, and this is our other backpack. So I'm starting to realize that if we're gonna run another one of these with a ton of vault gear potentially, we're gonna need to, you know, bring some more storage. So I think we're gonna need to make another backpack, but that also means that I'm gonna have to decide what stays behind, which is likely going to be most of the scrappy vault gear, although potentially, oh, there's a dude, hello, bye. And potentially, since there's a ton of scrappy gear, what I might do is I might just roll it. We'll see what we get, and then we'll just leave it if it's not good. And that's exactly what I think I'm gonna have to do. So, this is gonna take a little bit because I have to roll them individually because we don't have a identification stand right here. So this is gonna take a little bit. But overall, I think it'll definitely be worth it so that we don't have to waste time on holding on to, we got an Omega. That's, you know what? That's why you roll your scrappies. Because you never know. You just never know when you're going to hit that Omega. That's actually kind of insane, though. We just hit an Omega on our first, like, little go-around. That's actually nuts. You know, fair enough. It just happens sometimes. But now we got to roll everything else, and this is going to take forever. This is going to take me, like, 8 years, I swear. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I think I cleared up enough space that we should be fine to go to the next room, which thankfully is just immediately next to it, which is great. And then if we need to get rid of anything else, we'll just get rid of it. And then at the end, we'll see just how much we ended up getting from this. Of course, I'm mostly just going to leave the scrappies at this point, because I don't think they're super worth it. If we have extra space at the end, I'll definitely come back and grab them, because free vault gear is free vault gear. I will say, vault gear is vault gear. Holy, my brain forgot how to, like, speak. I was recording, and I just, like, zoned out, just looting chests. I'm just so mesmerized by it. Like, it's actually so soothing. But I didn't know where I was. I just, like, stopped talking for, like, a full, like, what, 3 minutes, 5 minutes? I don't even know how much time's left. There's 14 minutes left on the clock. How long was that? I don't even, it's like time, I just time skipped to right now when I'm talking, and I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna have to cut that out, because that was so weird. But, you know, at least we're getting an insane amount of vault gear, so I'll definitely take it. Is this full again? That's completely full. Now about you, you're pretty full. Well, I think we're gonna completely fill up again. So about time I start looking at the scrappies again. Get rid of all you guys. Get rid of all you guys. Perfecto. There we go. I'm not gonna roll them because that would take more time, and I don't want to do that because we don't need to. Well, I think that's the entire room looted, but now there's a champion dude coming over who's giving me even more vault gear. So now all we gotta do is get out. We've got 10 minutes. What I think I'm gonna do is we're gonna run over here, we're gonna light the braziers, and we're just gonna run out because no reason not to. And then we'll see just how many what are ornate chests? How am I forgetting how to speak? What happened to me? But it's essentially we're gonna just figure out how many ornate chests we got and see how much vault gear we end up having, how much good vault gear, because most of the stuff probably is, you know, not too great. And you know, we're just gonna see. So let's get out of here. By the way, I know I probably already said this in the video, but make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and it would mean the world to me because I'm trying to hit 10,000 subs by the end of the year, and you know, I think that'd be pretty sick. We're well on our way. We're almost to 9K, and I think we can do it. So just smack the button and do the thing. And holy poison, I have just committed a war crime. I think that is against several of the very specific laws that were placed upon us during a specific convention. But anyway, we're gonna just grab you and let's get out, because I don't want to have to deal with any of this. So we're just going to put down some soot and skedaddle, because I want to see exactly what we got. And we actually completed the vault, which is big, because 87,000 XP. Not an insane amount of XP, but a good amount, a healthy amount. And now it's time to roll the vault gear. So we've got essentially 2 full backpacks, big backpacks full of vault gear. We're just going to see if we get anything good. Looks like we got 2 omegas in the first little batch, which is nuts. So as of right now, we're at 3 omegas for that vault just so far. What about you? No omegas, you know, that's fine. We got real lucky, so I'm not expecting 3 out of everything we got is pretty good odds. 4th, okay, well, we're at 4 now, which is absurd because potentially these could be better. They're not, though. They're not better than our current stuff, but they could have been. And we got another Omega. Okay, apparently scrappies are the way to go as opposed to rolling a ton of rare plus stuff. Like, common stuff is really good for some reason. I don't even know. I just know that if we had gotten an extra big backpack, we would have been able to bring home essentially 3 full backpacks worth of vault gear, which would have been an insane amount of vault scrap for making even more vault gear. So that would have been really cool. But instead, now we're just stuck with this, which is fine. Not the biggest deal, but it is a little bit obnoxious. Anyway, let's get you guys all put away, and then we can finish scrapping everything. Okay, well, while that's scrapping, I'm going to roll the rest of the vault gear from that first backpack, which it looks like we didn't get anything else special, which is fine because it's mostly axes. But overall, 5 pieces of Omega gear so far, and we have an additional big backpack full of vault gear. So let's see if we get lucky again. We got some epics, no Omegas though. Honestly, that's fine with me. We're getting real lucky at the beginning. If we're getting unlucky at the end, who really cares, because we're going out ahead. I'm just happy that we got some stuff that we needed. Okay, and now we'll roll another set. And it looks like we got another Omega, so a total of 6 Omegas so far. Thought that was a epic living, but apparently it's just an epic and a living right next to each other, which is fine. Also, sorry about yawning. I don't know why, I'm super sleepy. Like, I finished my workout before this. By the way, videos coming soon-ish. I'm trying to work on editing them together. For, like, the second channel on... I'm doing a stupid diet that's real fun, so stay tuned for that. It'll be really interesting to see your guys' reaction to that. But overall, you know, let's just get the rest of the vault gear rolled up, and then we'll see if there's anything else special. Nope. Okay. You know, nothing else. That's fine with me. Anything crazy among you guys? Okay, what about you? Not really. Okay, what about you? Not really. Okay, what about... Not really. Okay, what about you? Not really. Okay, what about you? That legendary armor is insane. I just wish it was with anything else, because that is so unfortunate. You know, all those Omegas, kind of garbage. We're just gonna toss them. And I think this next vault, I'm gonna run... wait, do I have the Soul Shard Trinket unlocked? The real question. It's Idona's Pendant, correct? Let me craft one and find out. Yeah, soul quantity. Because we have 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%. So, altogether, that's 6 40%. Wait, do I have any on the magnet? I do, 30%. So, what's the math on that? 6 40%, that's 240. So, essentially 270% soul quantity base. So then that'll double it. And we can have that. So, Idona's Pendant coupled with Burgur. I like this. I like this plan. I like this plan. This plan is very good. And now we just gotta set up a Vault Crystal for that, so I probably should run some more Vaults for Catalyst Fragments, because we're out of them again. Yay! Holy, that's a lot of XP from that vault. You know what? That's big. Our Panda dude leveled up. Cool. He gets another relic at the next level, but we also got an extra thing. Also, we have, what 20% regen when killing a mob. It lasts for duration. Extra knockback resistance. Do we need that much mana? I'm not really spending mana. Maybe we just go, no, because that's more mana regen. Why would I do that? We also don't need last stand, because we don't ever get that low. Increases your minimum damage with a percentage using lightning abilities. Stun mobs hit by lightning abilities. Stun, causing explosive, a nova of your level around the killed mob. That's for stunning. Do I have stun? I have shocking hit. I don't know exactly what the difference is, but that's lucky hits, javelins. I'm not using javelins though. Is there something that like I can actually use? I mean, what other things are in here? We could start getting dash to go even faster. We could do ball lightning, summon a ball. We could spec into javelin, but I don't really want to do that. Ice bolt, flat damage and chilling mobs. Explode, smite mana per second. Wait, so we can just have this always active, and it'll just spam lightning the things? What? Is that how that works? Am I reading this right? Power up Battle Cry and Power Rampage. 12 mana per second for doubling damage at level. Power, movement speed, regeneration totem, stun mobs when getting hit, smite. Storm Arrow is the only ultimate. But I don't really know. I don't really think any of these things are super useful, to be perfectly honest. We haven't defeated the Herald yet. We haven't unlocked prestige powers because we need to hit level 100 for that. Hunter's Instinct, we don't need that. Movement speed, killing mobs, don't need that. Frenzy, don't need that. Depleted, don't need that. Berserking, don't need that. You know what? Screw it. We'll go 2 levels in Arcana. You know what? We'll go 3. And then we'll just start spamming my bolts as soon as we get all of our mana back. Because I don't even know. I don't know. But we also have a expertise we can spend, which is great. Also, how many soul shards did I get from that vault? I wasn't paying attention. Wait, no, that wasn't the one we were doing for soul shards. That was the one we were doing for catalyst fragments. That's right. So then we can get soul shards. Well, apparently in that vault we got an artifact and a mega evolution booster pack and some omega and epic plus stuff. So I guess I'm gonna save that for day 200 so we can do something special, you know, just like we're gonna save the soul shards. But first, I do think we should empty out our current soul shards. We got 79,000. So we're going to just empty all that out. We're going to see what we can end up getting for that. We got some interesting companion relics as well. We did get a double deck, which unfortunately is not as good as one would hope. It is actually smaller than the large deck, which sucks, because we really want the treasure deck. I think the treasure deck is definitely the best one by far. So we're gonna have to get into some more treasure rooms, probably just farm up a bunch of gilded chests. Probably should do that soon. And honestly, I don't know exactly what else, but we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna keep on going. And I did, however, put 2 Idona's pendants on, because I think with that our where is it? Soul quantity 1062%. And that might break the game, but it'll at least be funny. Anyway, let's get rid of all these soul shards so we can just, okay, I'll take a burger, I'll take another burger, I'll take none of that, none of that, none of that. I'll take a booster pack, I'll take a pog and a resilient focus, sure, and then we can just I guess shift click everything else. There's nothing else, and then there's 1,000 soul shards left, which is fine. We'll just deal with that later. What are you, 16 size? You're too fat. Anyway, let's get knowledge star going. Let's do that there. Then we can chuck you in there. And honestly, most of the stuff can just get chucked into here, other than these 2 will get searched, and then that booster pack will go in there, and the focus will go over here where it belongs. Then we will eat you guys, eat you. And now we'll check out the crystal, because it is a 14x soul boost, 5x extended, 19x challenge stack, which was the most optimal way that I could make a vault crystal. But I'm contemplating adding more soul boost just to add more to the challenge stack. Although I don't know exactly why or how I would optimally do that best. Okay, well, I kind of said screw it and I did it, so now we've got a 16x soul boost vault, and we're going to see just how many soul shards we can get. First, I should probably back up my world, and back up complete, perfect, and now we can go into the vault with no regrets. Hopefully this doesn't break it. No, I'm resting and cannot help you. Well, that sucks. Why would you do this? 20 minutes to get as many soul shards as possible. Let's see what we can do. Let's get it. Okay, let's see just how many mobs spawn. Okay, that is an insane amount of mobs. And from you guys, we'll get you guys, which is not bad. What about you? Of course, they spawn with that, which sucks. Can we get more of you guys? Perfection. Perfection. And, you know, I'm seeing big numbers. I'm a big fan of the big numbers. Also, I gotta take out that guy first so I can actually hit the other ones. But overall, I think we get it. We're getting a healthy amount of soul shards. I don't know about you guys, but from the bottom right hand side, I think we're getting a healthy amount. You know, I mean, it's staying at 9,999, so it's clearly over 9,000. And it goes up quite rapidly whenever we get into a new POI. So that one POI was 8,000 soul shards. Leave your guesses in the comments below how many soul shards you think we're gonna end up getting by the end of this, because I don't actually know. I'm probably not gonna do a whole ton of looting. I'm just gonna run around, get as many mobs as we can, and then we'll see what happens. But holy, this is kind of insane. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the stupidest thing that I've ever done, because this could break everything. So that's why we backed up, and it's all good. It's just absurd though. It looks so stupid seeing, you know, 10,000 mobs just trying to come at me and just immediately explode. I don't know what's happening to them. They're just poison exploding with everything, and they're disappearing. And you know what? We'll definitely take it. This is an absolutely insane vault, by the way. I don't have the proper words to describe how stupid it is to walk up to a POI, have hundreds of mobs spawn, immediately just explode with poison, and then proceed to collect all of the spoils of war from their corpses for free. Like, this build, I may have to do Vault Hunters Plus, or like switch up builds for this playthrough, because this is life on just such easy mode. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, we're heading back to the main, like, to the entrance, because I mean, we're halfway in, so I figured let's just turn around and we can work our way back, you know? Should work out just fine. But I still want to hear you guys' guesses for the soul shards, because honestly, I've not looked at my soul pouch. I'm expecting it to be, as of right now, based on how many mobs I've slain, minimum 200, 300,000, like a bare minimum. I kind of want to check it, but I don't think that'd be really fair to you guys. So for right now, until we get back to the starting room, we're just gonna see how many we can get. And, you know, if you guys are closer than I am, I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something, I guess. Maybe. Leaving a little bit early, just to be on the safe side. I'm gonna guess 400,000 soul shards. Let's see. Whoa, 600k. Okay. Maybe in the future we do that again, and that's kind of nuts. Holy, okay. Well, that's a lot of soul shards. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess we'll run... Okay, we've run a mine vault, we've run a gilded, or an ornate vault. We have yet to run a... We've yet to run a coin room. We still only have 700 gold. We could go vendors. We go paintings. For just different kinds of chests. You know what? I'm thinking, with what we've got here, we go coins with the cove room. I think that's the play. I think that's what we're gonna do. We just go coins with the cove room, because I've got coin piles, and we'll just make a coin pile, an epic coin vault. I'm definitely gonna need to run an extra vault to get enough catalyst for it, though, but it should be fine. It'll be cool. Yeah, totally. We got this. Okay, well, day 187, let's get going. We can max out sorcery, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna craft up our vault crystal, 14x wealthy, 2 cove rooms, and we're gonna see how many coin piles we can get. Starting with 88 vault platinum, let's see just how many we get. And I mean, it'll tell us how many coins we get, but I'm very much looking forward to it. It looks like our first one is pretty far away, but it should be fine. Well, on our way, we passed an X marks the spot room. Not bad at all, but now it's time to actually be acquiring all of these coins. So, it's going to take me a little bit, but we're essentially just going to go and we're going to grab all the coins we possibly can from here and just see exactly what it means to be a fully coined up coin room. I don't know exactly. I just know that I need coins. I don't know what else we're really going to do or how many coins we're going to get, but if I had to guess, I'm going to guess that we get about 60 vault platinum from the total of both of these rooms. I might be overstepping by a lot, but ultimately I just don't know. So we're gonna see what we get. If it's something crazy, something really bad, you know what? It's all good. We're just chilling, having a good time, playing a video game. So, you know, I'm happy. Well, that was actually relatively quick, but I couldn't find any more of anything down there, so I guess we'll just move on to the next one. I think it's, yeah, 2 rooms down and then we go to the side, but ultimately I think we got a healthy amount of gold from that one. I'm not gonna check it just yet. We'll check it afterward, but you know, I think this was definitely worth it. Also, I don't know what I'm gonna do next is the real thing. Like, you know, we got plenty of time. We can run an X marks the spot. Right, there we go. I have to click on the bottom part of it because it's being weird. And now we got dudes coming at me, you know, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Come on, keep attacking me, bro. Keep attacking me. Y'all just tried, and y'all just failed so hard. I mostly need gilded chests, and I need one thing and one thing only from them. It is not what is it? It's the thing. It's the key pieces. I need key pieces. That's what I'm looking for. Can't seem to find any, but you know, it's all good. It's all good. It's not the end of the world. We're just chilling. I don't even know what I'm doing, but we're just gonna head back up because there's apparently just nothing down here. So let's just do that. Goodbye, dweller. And now we just arise and we go to the next cove room. Bing bong. There we go. Even more coins. Let's just get all these guys. Perfection, perfection, perfection. You'll love to see it, honestly. This is beautiful. This is some beautiful, good stuff. Very happy with all the coins. I'm so confused though. I really want to know how many coins we'll end up having, because sometimes we get bronze, sometimes we get silver. I haven't seen us get any gold yet, but I know there's a chance for us to get gold and to even get platinum. So I just don't know like how it even works, but we're just gonna try and get all the vault currencies we can, vault coins, and you know, if we miss something, we miss something. We're definitely gonna go crazy, go hard. We got this. We just go absolutely insanity with it. Okay, that vault has been completed, and we were at 88 vault platinum before. Now, what are we gonna be at? Come on now, come on now. Just show me good numbers, show me good numbers. We're gonna click on this, find 877 coin piles, and we ended up 159 vault platinum, which was, I was pretty darn close. 60 platinum. Like, I said that, right? I think, maybe, yeah. Honestly, we keep getting artifacts, which is huge. We keep getting other stuff too, which is huge. And I'm just gonna keep going. I do think I'm gonna make some more just normal vault crystals and just run those for catalyst fragments so we can acquire some and save them up for after day 100 or day 200. And then we'll start just going into a bunch of treasure rooms because we need a lot of treasure room stuff. Well, now it's time to just run vaults until we get the stuff that we need, and then at the end, we're gonna go through all of the stuff that we get and just figure it all out. Well, very first treasure door of the vault run. Let's see what's behind the door, and it's... okay, we get a helmet. Will we get the one that we want? Will we get the thing that we need? The answer to the question is of course not. Why would we get that? That would be way too easy, of course. Well, surprisingly, in the next room, there's literally just another treasure door, which is crazy good. You'll love to see it. And an epic helmet. We got a lost bounty from that guy. And we get the... all I really want is the stupid treasure... is there like a level requirement? Okay, well, it just says treasure sand level 0+. So apparently we're just getting unlucky. I don't even know. Oh, the next room has a treasure door too. That's great. You'll love to see it. You'll love to find it. We got an omega sword. That's cool. But now what about the treasure sand? Give me something good. Give me something. Please give me anything. Okay, well, I guess not. Fine with me. I guess that works too. Okay, well, what about you? Will you give me something good? Cool. We got focus. That's cool. What about the thing that I want? What I really, really want. I told you what I wanted and we're blah, 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 blah. Well, that first one was a bit of a dud, so day 195 we're just gonna go into a rune boss one because at least we can get some good stuff from the boss crate because we can modify the boss crate to be whatever we want. Also, it's a nice boss, which is good because otherwise it would suck, but we're just chilling. We're just gonna go collect some loot, just go a little bit crazy, get whatever we can, and then we'll prep for going through a bunch of loot, because that'll be real cool to go through all the loot that we have for the end of the video, because yeah, cool, big level loot. Maybe we hit level 75? Who knows? I mean, you guys will know after I do, because I'm the one recording this. I don't know if you guys know that. I'm actually the one recording this. Which is why, like, I know things before it gets uploaded. I know it's, like, crazy to know that, but yeah, it's the truth. I'm sorry for having deceived you guys by telling you that I don't know what's gonna happen before you guys see the videos. Because I'm the one recording. I didn't know you guys didn't know. Honestly, I have no idea what my brain is doing right now, but it's just going on like stupid little tangents, and it's kind of fun, but it's also really confusing for me as well, so sorry about that. But let's just get all the stuff we can for that grand finale of the video. So we gotta get a bunch of loot. And even then, this is only 200 days, baby. We ain't even level 100 yet. And then there's prestiges, and we're gonna go full master prestige because of course we are. We need to, it's required. Oh my god, we finally got it. We got the treasure deck. Oh, let's bask in its beautiful, open, amazing size. Holy, that's perfect. We can fit so many more cards in there. I cannot wait to work with that. With our new like cards and stuff. It's gonna be so great. Oh my god, we got it. Well, you know, this guy's relatively easy. All we gotta do is we just attack him, we slay the dragon, we get the dude, and then we get the win. And now we prepare all of the loot so that now we can go through it for day 100 because that was insane, and that's gonna give us an insane amount of stuff to go through. This is gonna be lit. It's gonna be so good. 140,000 XP. Yes. Now we sleep on the night of the 199th day, and then we awake, and then begin the loot. So I think we're gonna start off with the artifacts because artifacts are, well, pretty darn rare. And let's turn off this backpack, and what we're gonna do first, we got this one which goes in the corner, then we got another one. Where's this one go? Am I blind? I'm feeling pretty blind right now. Am I missing it? It's the oh, it's up top. There we go. I was kind of blind. That one goes there, and then this one goes... Oh, that one's this one, right? Yep, perfect. So now we are a grand 1/5 of the way in to completing that, and we are currently level 72, which is a little bit interesting. Now I think it's time. We're gonna roll all of these guys. We did get some other things. We got Carapace, immunity to poison, slowness, mining, fatigue, and fire. There's a bunch of other stuff too, but ultimately what we're gonna do is we're just gonna scrap them so that we can use the trinket scraps, and we're also going to just essentially utilize all of our epic pluses. See if we get any omegas. Did we get any omegas? Nope, we didn't get any livings either, which is very much of a bummer because it means that I just get to scrap all that stuff for practically nothing. And now let's do this. Did we get anything crazy? 64% shocking hit chance. Honestly, our current one's pretty darn good. Wait a second. That's a 74 attack damage. 58% sweeping hit chance. Or damage is sweeping hit. Well, I think we found ourselves a new sword. And I'm not even gonna use it for the specific thing that is the legendary modifier. We're just gonna use it because of the base implicits, because that's insane. That sword's kind of bad, that sword's kind of bad. Chest plate, Boots, focus, eh. So we'll just scrap all that stuff too. Bunch of Omegas and Epics scrapped, of course. And now we will change our deck over to the treasure deck. Means I definitely need to reorganize everything in here. And we've got some extra cards as well. But we can also roll even more. So I should probably set up this guy right here for diagonal stat cards. And then we need surrounding stat cards. So we go that there. Red diagonal card. So we can do that one. We can do that one like that. And then that one like that. No, that's not optimal. That's not as optimal as it could be, but column stack. How many did I have? The yellow row card. So that one will go there, and then we can do that, and then we've got even more to put in there. Adjacent evolution card. So evolution. That's a yellow card though. So we could, in theory, put that. No. That's still better up top. Yeah. And then we've got more, right? We've got more. Diagonal stat card. Row evolution card. So evolution. And then diagonal stat card. Honestly, I think the diagonal ones aren't super useful. Other than this one. And this one I've kind of screwed up as well. Each column stat card. Because, yeah, we can put that one there. And we can put that there. That'll maximize that. Adjacent evolution card. Then we have one. Evolving item rarity card. Yellow row card. So, I think to maximize this, we switch those up like that. Because then that still gets the stat card. That's a stat card. That's a column. So that one will go there. Red diagonal card. So I need to switch these two around. And then, you know what? Let's just chuck everything in there for now, at least. Of course, yellow goes up at the top. Row card, perfect. And then diagonal red card, column stat card. We do that, and then we just chuck these guys in there for now. And 14.7 item rarity, and then 7.9 item quantity. And of course, we still have a bunch of cards to roll. So wild booster pack, we have an insane amount of wild booster packs. So yellow and green, blue and yellow, cool. So we're gonna essentially just have an infinite amount of wilds. Okay, some of these are mixed. So they weren't all wild. I thought they were all wild. I was so confused for a second. So that would have been absurd for them all to have been wild cards. Evolving attack card versus just get an item rarity card, honestly. Not bad. And soul quantity. We'll keep soul stuff as well. But for the most part, most of this stuff is just gonna get like gunked because no one really wants a ton of this stuff. But we've got a bunch more packs to open, so stay tuned because this is getting even crazier. Okay, we got even more soul stuff. Evo, bad Evo. Okay, let's just flick the switch a little bit to get them juiced up because we want to juice up the cards. And extra item rarity card. At a certain extent, or to a certain extent, we don't need more item rarity cards, but for the different colors, depending on what evolutions we get, or evolving cards, quote unquote, it does matter quite a bit, so I'm trying to be conscious of that. That just in case we end up getting a really good evolution card from the Omega evolution packs, because we've got a couple of them, as you can see, 7 of them to be precise. Which is insane, by the way. Just like, what? And we're about to open them. So let's see what we get. And nothing. Okay, what about you? Soul quantity. I will definitely take that because I can go soul quantity deck, which I'm gonna make. Blue column card. Nice, okay. Got plenty of blue cards, so adjacent stat card. That could be big as well. And then each red adjacent evolution card, that one's kind of useless. So if it has multiple stipulations, like red and adjacent and something else, it's definitely not worth it. So I've just been insta-scrapping those for the most part. But adjacent stat cards, we could work with that. We can work with that. I'm gonna get our deck settled as best it can be, and then I'll check back with you guys in a bit. Okay, well, after a couple card upgrades, mainly the evolution cards, we ended up with 14.1% item rarity and 9.6 item quantity. I do want to work on getting the item quantity up a little more, but we can also utilize the Tenos' necklace to get a little more item quantity as well. And our pickaxe, or our new axe, does pretty good, so it's not too big of a deal. That is going to be the end of this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you did make it all the way to the end, make sure to, let me know what your favorite part was. Let me know what your guesses were at the time and how wrong you feel now, knowing what actually happened and everything. And ultimately, have a wonderful rest of your day. GG's, peace, have a great day. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.